Have you ever had a week where you're exhausted but can't quite explain why? You slept, you ate fine, you didn't do anything crazy, but somehow you feel drained. That's because exhaustion isn't always physical, it's often emotional. You might not be out of time, but you might be out of energy. And today, I want to help you figure out where it's going and how to take it back. When I talk about energy, I don't mean caffeine or motivation. I mean your inner capacity, your attention, focus, and emotional bandwidth. Your energy is your most valuable currency. Every conversation, every thought, every commitment is a withdrawal. And too often, we're making withdrawals from accounts we didn't even know we opened. We leak energy when we say yes to things that don't matter. When we replay old arguments in our head, when we try to fix things that aren't ours to fix, when we live in constant tension between who we are and who we think we should be. That's why you can wake up tired even if you slept 8 hours. For years, I couldn't understand why I was always depleted. I wasn't lazy, I wasn't unmotivated, I was just drained. Looking back, I see it now. My energy was leaking in 100 invisible ways. I was saying yes when I meant no. I was trying to hold space for everyone but myself. I was overthinking, over explaining, over performing. It wasn't the work that was burning me out, it was the way I was working. I was pouring my energy into managing impressions, avoiding conflict, and keeping everyone comfortable. And that left very little for what actually mattered. You might be leaking energy if you feel tired after certain conversations, if you replay interactions long after they've ended, if you feel resentful but don't express it. Say yes when you want to say no. Struggle to focus on what truly matters. The pattern is simple. Anytime your actions are out of alignment with your truth, you pay the price. At the core of most energy leaks is a boundary problem. Boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They help you decide what gets access to your energy and what doesn't. Without them, everything gets in. People's moods, their expectations, their urgency, their chaos. And when you absorb all that, you start to mistake exhaustion for empathy. But empathy without boundaries isn't compassion, it's collapse. The most caring thing you can do for others is to stay connected to yourself. Here are 3 small but powerful ways to start reclaiming your energy today. Notice where your energy drops. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what gave me energy today? What drained it? Patterns will start to appear. Set micro boundaries. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start by asking, let me get back, or saying, I'm sorry, let me get back to you on that. This small pause creates space for you to choose intentionally. And close the loops. Unfinished tasks, lingering guilt, and unspoken resentment drain enormous amounts of energy. Make a short list of open loops and start closing them one by one. These steps might sound small, but they compound fast. Every time you protect a little energy, you rebuild a little clarity. When you start reclaiming your energy, everything in your life begins to feel lighter. You think more clearly, you stop taking on other people's chaos, you rediscover what actually matters to you. And something deeper happens also. You start trusting yourself again, because when you stop leaking energy, you stop betraying yourself in small ways. You stop abandoning your own needs to please everyone else. That's when balance stops being something you chase and becomes something you live. Energy isn't just what fuels your day, it reflects your alignment. When your energy is scattered, it's often because your attention is divided between who you are and who you think you have to be. But the moment you bring your focus back to what's real, to what feels right, your energy begins to return home. And you realize that peace isn't about doing less, it's about doing what's aligned. If you've been feeling drained lately, pause and ask yourself, where am I leaking energy that I could reclaim? Drop a comment below. What's one small boundary or change you're ready to make this week? And if this message resonates, subscribe and join me here each week for conversations about clarity, healing, and growth at Midlife. Because reclaiming your energy is how you reclaim your life.